Hey everybody, we're live here. Been around. He's got a YouTube channel as well, so check it out. It's South Carolina Happy Bees, and it's 77 degrees here, South Carolina today. Say hi, Mr. Sam.
How y'all doing out there?
All right, what we got?
We got honey up here. We got brood and eggs in here. We got a little wiggle dance going on here.
I see that if she found something out there.
Yeah. And this is brood and eggs. And that's worker brood.
So we got some nectar in there.
Yep. And you see in there, you probably, I don't know if you see or not, but little white pupae that they will cover up.
All
So
right.
she's not a bad bee. She's a good bee, but she's hygienic. They get rid of if there's bees in there that double eggs or something wrong with them, they'll pull them out.
Hey, what's about that little guy down there? What's going on with that one? You see that one with the behind in there right there?
It's doing bee stuff.
Yeah, but there's a bee down in there. Like all that. See it way down in there? Is it a dead bee or something?
That's a dead bee. She's working on getting it out.
Trying to clean it up.
Yeah,
okay.
They do that. But here's some with pollen on her little eggs.
Let's see.
Here. So they're very active today.
It's a little 5-frame nuke hive. Mr. Sam also sells nuke colonies if you're interested. South Carolina Happy Bees.
Very gentle bees. So you can just take your hand and take them down the hive like so. They don't bother you. They tickle your fingers. But
Now, how can they get in touch with you, Mr. Sam?
they can call me at 803-546-5981 or go to Gmail at 60winners, that's 60winner@gmail.com.
Great.
Or you can text me at 803-546-5981.
It's usually what I do.
Yeah. That's what most people do. And then that one is, it's got a little honey on it. They're doing good.
Now, when you overwinter them, you usually do that just campfire sugar.
Well, the way I overwinter them as far as groceries is this is food. It's South Carolina, we warm enough right now to put some liquid food on it. That's what's in here. And this over here is just sugar that I put a paper towel down and I put sugar on top of it, and the moisture from the bees comes up.
Hardens it like a sugar cube.
Yeah, and that way it'll stay moist so that they can eat it from underneath when they get hungry. And that will kill bees. Just that. And we put most of our bees in nukes, 5-frame nukes. Just over here.
But you run 8 frames as well.
Yeah, I run 8 frames, 10 frames. I'm getting away from 10 frames as much because I'm getting old. My arms don't work good. And I can pick up one of these boxes.
Make sure I'm not blocking the ladies from getting in.
Yeah. But this is one of my shims I put on it so I can put my my sugar up. But this is sugar.
Just using coffee filters and some chicken wire?
Yep. You use a 1/2 inch, call it rabbit wire, and you put down, then you put your coffee filters or paper towels. I used to use coffee filters, but paper towels works real good too. Some people use this newspaper, but I don't like my bees to eat because I wouldn't want to. But with the wire down here, it's easy to pull up. Some people just put the paper right down on top of the frames, and that makes a mess. You know, Sam, been there, done that.
Got you some beetle blasters.
These are beetle blasters. And this got a few in it. Not many.
What What time of year do you usually notice the most beetle activity?
April.
Starts in April, pretty good.
It really starts real good in about June. But you got to before then. See that one? So you got to take care of them before they get started.
Because once they get out of control,
They get out of control, they're out of control. Your bees will leave the hive if they get too many beetles in it, because a beetle stinks. But you start from the outside. Don't start with the middle, because you can squish your queen. But that one's got honey in it. Got nectar down here. Got pollen down here. And that one has pollen and honey up there.
I can smell the nectar.
Yeah. Show you something else in a minute what you need to do with your bees. Okay, this one is, they're just working on, it's got some honey on it.
Notice Mr. Sam is a foundationless beekeeper. He doesn't use any foundation.
Yeah. Bees build their own foundation. I build frame. I buy the frame, but then I build. I don't make them myself anymore. Put fishing line in there. People said, well, it'll still drop out. Well, that one's got honey in it, nectar. That don't fall out.
Yeah, that's in there pretty good.
That's in there real good. I use 20-pound test line. But you can use what you want to. Some people use 8, some use 30. With an 8, they'll break it easier. And if they start breaking the fishing line, that means they don't have enough food. Why the two go together, I have no idea. This one has a little honey there. We'll find
Has some
pollen
jammed in there. I'm on the working end of the hive here, the entrance. I'm blocking up the entrance.
Two little queen cups that ain't nothing in them. I don't see any brood.
Got us a queen in there?
I don't know. I ain't seen no brood, so.
You can really smell that floral smell
Mm-hmm.
from this hive. Yeah, I don't see any brood.
The queen probably got squished along the way somewhere. So what we'll do is we'll go to another frame. Or this time of the year we could mix this with another frame and put them all in together, which we probably will do. But something else you need to make sure of is
I swear every time I do a video, somebody gets on a lawnmower or a motorcycle or a four-wheeler, or my dogs go crazy.
them people across or airplanes like we got. See this bottom here? Now that looks bad. Some people says you can use these, but we'll kill.
But it gets all jammed up. They can't get in it.
Can't get in it.
Especially over the winter like that, right?
Yeah. Same thing with this.
There's some beetle larvae I saw down there.
Yeah.
See right there, like a maggot right in there.
Beetles. So what we do, we'll time that.
Scrape
Take
them.
this off. Get the beads off. Get off. Yeah. Put that over there.
And you can hear they're a little bit considerably louder. That could be because they don't have a queen.
The thing is they're still real gentle.
They're gentle.
Maybe she's just not laying yet. Get all the little bees off here back home.
I'm at my mentors today, guys. If you're just tuning in, he's got a YouTube channel. It's South Carolina Happy Bees. Give him a like. Give him a subscription, please.
Okay. But when we find that, what we do is.
Yeah, man, everything's going good, man. Talking to somebody watching. And this is my beekeeping mentor, Mr. Sam.
But most of your bottoms you find, you can only use one side of it. The way I build mine, if I'm out, usually I've got extras with me, which I do. Sometimes you won't have mine. You take this, you just clean it all off.
Now that little port you got in the back, that's where you do your oxalic acid, right?
Yeah.
Which I already knew. I was just saying it for them.
Yeah. Some people will shoot through the front, but when I bought the thing, everybody was talking about drilling a little hole, and I ain't got to go through the front. So I drill the hole and go through the back, usually. But anyway, clean off that side. You can take your torch. If you want to, and that's just in case.
You just went around the corners to try to kill if anything was left in there?
Yeah. But then I can flip it over because I use both sides. Because I got a 3/4 on top, and then there's a 3/4 on the bottom. It's open on one side, and then it's open on the other side.
Okay.
So you just flip it over, put it there. Get your girls from over here. Put them back. Ain't nothing changed. But we'll get them a queen.
Or some eggs where they can promote their own.
Yeah, well, I'll get them a. Then I got the one over here that doesn't have. They got queens, but didn't have that many broods. So I might put them in there.
Now I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to step away from Mr. Sam for a second while he's putting that back together. And Mr. Sam has this big pollen feeder right here. And last week, they were crushing this thing. I mean, he's got over 50 hives here during the winter, and it will expand over 100 hives in the summer. And this right here was getting pounded all last week. And then today you can see with all these hives, you can see the action happening, but they are totally not taking the pollen supplement today. So that means they're probably, they found something. Look at all these bees. It's got the top entrance, and hopefully they don't attack my hand because I've had some lemongrass on it today. While I was baiting up my packages, my swarm trap. My swarm trap video, and it does have pollen in there, so if they wanted it, they could definitely come and get it, but they are not touching the Ultra Bee today.
If they can find pollen somewhere else, that's where they'll be.
I found the same thing with my sugar water. When they've got, oh look at, hey guys, hopefully see there's the lemongrass I was telling you about. Little girl just came and landed on my finger. You guys don't have to worry about honeybees. She's pretty young because you can see how fuzzy she is. And if you're lucky, you might see her sting the shit out of me right here on YouTube. But it'd have been done. She'd have stung me and left. But you know, people are scared of honeybees, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a bit intimidated when I first started thinking about getting into beekeeping. I've never ever in my life been stung, and I know that's gonna change when I start keeping my bees. But that's the last thing they really want to do.
Yeah. Well, we wear veils over here, and I like for people to wear veils because a bee will
fly in your eye.
Fly in your eye, fly in your nose, fly in your mouth, fly in your ear. And then even with a whole bunch of good people, you always got that one mean one.
And this little girl's just sitting here just as calm as she can be, sniffing out this lemongrass. And she don't care about hurting me. She cares about getting her work done today.
That's it. That's all she cares about. And this hive here, I hope it's a little bit better. That one there should.
Let me see if I can get a good view here.
Right here. But I painted, I did it.
Hey Matt, if you're still watching, is there a super chat button on this live video? I've never done one with to know if it's got a super chat button. Throw me a thumbs up if you see one.
Yeah, but like all this is where they've eaten out. This is where when they get cold, their cluster was probably at where the brood was at. Over here they eat it, and over here they eat it. But some people said, well, they got 3 frames of honey in there. If it gets cold, like it does here sometime, it gets, let's say, be 20 for 3 days. They're going to be in a cluster right here. They can't go 1 inch to get food. So
they lose all their heat then.
Because they lose the heat. So what they do is they rotate underneath this sugar, and they can still eat. That's another reason. You pick it up, just twist it. Make sure you've got the wire under it.
Keeps you from smashing some bees. Look at them under there. They're under there today. I don't know if y'all can see this. I can see it perfect, but sometimes the lighting in my camera, my phone actually. Cool. He's gonna be careful. I've seen Mr. Sam pick them up off the grass and put them back on there, make sure they could get back to their hive.
Every bee counts.
Bee lives matter.
Bee lives matter.
But it's today here in Hopkins, South Carolina. We're at about 77 degrees, and look at that fight going on right there. See it?
Yep.
They're toting out a dead one, I think, or they're fighting.
Or one tried to get in the hive that wasn't supposed to be there.
But I ain't gonna stick my hand in there too
They'll take care of it.
Too much, just because I got that lemongrass on my fingers. One just flew into my veil, letting me know. So whatever you do, if you find that you got some bees around your house, please don't spray no insecticides.
Okay, here's a beetle.
Where you got a hive beetle? Yeah, I see that hive beetle going down in there. Hopefully y'all can see him, and I'm not.
So we're going to give him a test, but we got to
give him the hive tool test. Just pinched him right on out of there.
There he is.
And
still kicking.
Won't be for long. Right there, squished. So if you're watching, throw a thumbs up, please. A like, share, super chat. The first time I get a super chat, I'm probably gonna pass out, guys, because I've never had one in my life. I've got 1,400 subscribers or something like that. Oh, there's some brood.
Yeah.
Cat brood.
There's another beetle.
Another little beetle. You don't have a beetle barn in there, or a beetle trap?
Nope. This is pollen. This is nectar. This is all brood.
And guys, we're standing right here in 10 hives here, and not one of them is concerned with us.
Got
both sides, and some honey.
Got food, honey.
You got any pollen in that one?
Yeah, that's pollen down here.
And a little bit of pollen down there.
Yeah. Pollen in here.
Oh yeah, see that bee bread. You didn't know bees were bakers, did you? They make their own bread, make their own sugar.
Bees are great. If people were like honeybees, the world would be better. My opinion, but to me, that's all that counts. This is all brood. This is new brood. So see, in a week, 2 at the most, this hive is going to be busting open.
And guys, that's what I'm waiting. There's the queen right there.
There's the queen.
That's what I'm waiting on, guys. This is where my bees coming from, the stock right here. So if you guys need some nucleus colonies, you just send us a message over here, and I'll get you in touch with Mr. Sam if you can't get on South Carolina Happy Bees channel.
She's just walking around.
Now he doesn't ship them, so it's local pickup only.
Local pickup.
They're still eating that shit.
Yeah.
That's a big drone. Is that a drone? Right there? Nope. No drones.
I don't see no drones in this one. The one over there, Bonnie had some drones in her. But they're doing good.
I'll tell you what, after all that rain and cold we had for the last few weeks, it's nice to have a warm day. That's one of Mr. Sam's water feeders. It's got a bottom of, it looks like a bottom of a bucket with some pine straw and some water. Is that just regular water right there, or is that sugar water?
Rubbish. I don't know.
There's only one bee in it, so it's probably just water.
Probably just water. Bees need water too.
Not just sugar water, but water.
You figure if the babies, you figure if the babies, they need food. I mean water. They can't fly until they get older. So the worker bees that would normally be working, getting nectar or pollen or something like that, what they're going to do, they got to go out and get water to bring back for the babies, and then they got to have water to bring back and keep the hive cool. Even in the summertime, put you a little thing of water in there like that. Put you some pine straw or something that floats. That
They'll land right on it.
they can land on and not drown. Now this one right here's got a screen on it. Why? Because that's just what's on it.
Little spacer inner cover.
Yeah, been a while.
Mr. Sam's been keeping bees, what, 15 years?
15 years now. They think that's their
It's got a little opening on it. More camp sugar. And I've been out here. Mr. Sam works his bees. He keeps sugar on them. Of course, down here in the south, we don't have to worry about cleansing flights too much because it'll get warm enough, and we don't have to worry about snow too terribly much, and they'll get out to do a cleansing flight, so don't have to worry about any bad business.
If you just put your bees out and you don't mess with them, it took me 15 years to get these bees as calm as they are. Because now I get bad ones sometimes, but I know what to do with to get rid of them. And no, I do not give them a bee tool test or hive test.
You don't hive tool test the queen?
Nope, I put them in a different box. Let them start over. Sometimes that'll calm them down. And if it don't, they don't last long. But I don't kill them. On purpose. Now this is
the queen cup.
That's the queen cup.
Hold on, it's got something in it. It's got royal jelly in it. I think, doesn't it?
No.
Okay. I thought I saw white down in there.
No, that's just the bottom.
Oh, it is just the bottom. Look at that.
But they build all their own frames. There'll be a couple in here that might be something else.
Little queen cup, unused.
There's pollen, honey. All pollen and nectar over here. That's your honey. And I put them back in the same way they come out. People, why? Sometimes they'll build a fat side on here and they'll encave this one.
Right.
And you put it back in the same place and you're okay. If you start changing them around, this got a bubble on it, it runs into another one.
Start messing up the comb.
Yeah, and if you got a queen there, where it's up against you, you got a dead queen.
Oh, that brood.
Okay, we got honey. We got brood. She got all those filled in.
Got pollen on that lady right there.
Pollen on that one. But when I see something like the eggs or something like that in them, I don't really care if I see the queen or not because it's not necessary.
You've got evidence of a queen.
Yeah, like here, that's all pollen. This is honey. And this is all babies and eggs and little itty bitty larvae in there.
So it's got all stages.
Yeah, I have to take my word for that.
you want to do with this cup, queen cup?
Don't matter.
Set it on.
We're not gonna use it. Ain't not gonna eat it.
Ooh, that's some more brew.
Okay, see this little dark one right here?
Yep.
That's an older one. Robber.
Little girl just landed on my arm.
But yeah, this one will,
Next few weeks, it's going to start exploding.
in 2 weeks. Hoping we find some that they were hatching in now. But I don't, but all these eggs.
There's one right there. Right under that bee. It's
Yep.
nibbling his way out right there.
Come out. Yep.
If I can, let me see if I can get it on camera. Where's it at? Yeah, there it is. Little baby bee being birthed.
Still, there's Queen. See Queen? She ain't marked right in the middle of the frame.
I got shadows. Hold on. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Some of them are marked, and some of them aren't. When I'm building my frames, I put this bottom part on the way it's supposed to be. Most people turns it upside down so they can put their wax in there or plastic or whatever else. I don't use that. They build that. I mean, it's full, but it don't fall. But the beetles can get down here, wax moths get down here. It's easier to clean them out than clean them out up here.
They've watched my hive moth removal, my infestation hives I bought. They would see what it does to the frames.
Yeah, a lot easier when they're like this. The beetles, the bees can keep them down. And this one is a plastic
Clustered
frame.
right there.
This is a plastic.
Plastic foundation in there.
Plastic.
Yep.
But now it's taken them. I put this in there May 7th,
2018.
2018. So it's been in there for a while. But
Look at them jammed up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Little walkway.
But they'll use plastic, but
Now that's an older bee right there.
that's an older bee.
Because you look at his thorax right there, right? Thorax, and how bald and shiny it is. All the fuzz is worn off. See, that's a younger bee right there. It's got
Yep, that's a very young bee.
fuzzies. They're working it. There goes the jets.
Put them back in, tighten them up on one side, take the other side, center it. Put the sugar back on.
Now, how long will you keep sugar on them at this rate?
Till we get a
Red maples?
red maple. Red maple comes, I'll take them off. But that's when you'll start getting blackberries and stuff like that. Now, depending on the hive, if they got plenty of food, I'll put feed. But if they need food, I'll put one of those little containers in here. You just put sugar water on
Right.
until you get filled up.
Well, you also got the feeder over there, the open feeder.
Open feeder there. I got 2 out in the woods.
Which I like your open feeder because I see a lot of people using buckets and turning them upside down and stuff like that, which I like yours because it's just a bird feeder
Yeah.
with some straw and stuff in it,
Yeah.
and they take right at it.
But that's my combi. These over here. See down the ground.
Yep. Got my shadow in the way. America's finest. Sorry about that, guys. America. Trying not to. Oh, that one's not open.
It don't bother my bees. See all this paper and sugar down here? Then we got a little fight down there. But the paper and the sugar,
That's
when
where
it falls, they'll bring it out. Now, this was blocking the door, but they kicked it out too. These are strong.
Let's see if I can turn this way where I'm not in the sun. Well, still in the sun. Either way.
Yeah.
That's the double 5 frame.
Double 5.
Ooh, look at that.
This is a specialty here.
Which one? This is special beehive.
They used to be in this one, and it's not for sale. See, these mortuary bees are trying to get rid
Trying
of
to
this dead
push
one.
one out. Yep.
This one. They try to help them first. One will fall in the water sometime.
They try to help them get out.
They help them get out, yeah.
They smell that lemongrass. My fingers are bumping up on it.
They don't sting it because of that. They like lemongrass.
They was aggressively bumping my finger.
Well, they're aggressively bumping my head.
Yeah, I've had a couple fly into the veil. But when we're talking about 20,000 bees,
Yeah,
and 3 of them hit you, that's pretty good percentages.
pretty good. Ain't bad at all.
I can't go to a Carolina football game without pissing off at least 3 people. So.
You got it. I can't drive from here to Walmart without messing up with 4 or 5 of them.
They are busting at the seams on this hive.
You take it and you push them to one side. Now this frame here is a nuke frame. How do you know that, Sam? Because I got that red mark in the middle. Now they probably built on the bottom of it to make a full frame out of it. That's okay. Later in life, we'll show you what we do about that.
This is the busiest colony I've seen so far. And we're only February 3rd.
Yeah, this one started last June.
This was a new colony last June.
Yeah.
It's just a double deep nuke.
This is when you need the smoker.
Oh yeah, you got a medium frame in there, deep box, and they helped you out though.
Yeah.
They built some comb. Oh, look at that honey.
Yeah. See, what I should have already done was have my smoker and I could have sprayed down the side and the bees would have got off of here.
But still, they're not messing with us.
No, they're not customers. They're good bees.
Not bad thing is I can't tell what I'm filming and what I ain't filming. The sun.
I do that most of the time.
And that's the outside frame. Lord have mercy. See if I can look down in there. They're like cluster? What cluster?
You go by somewhere to buy bees, and the fella comes out. You don't want his bees.
It's got a brood. Ooh, look at that brood. Look at that. Still got plenty of honey. Got some drone. Got some drone brood right there.
Drone
Got
brood.
some brood. There's some larvae.
Worker brood.
Or is that
See,
pollen? I'm in my own shadow, so.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's just. Bad thing is I don't know.
This is all brood and worker brood laid up. This is honey. These are drone.
The bigger.
Yeah, these are worker bees. That's an old bee. That's an old
Got
bee.
some honey right there.
Yep,
That's like a grandma bee right there. Look how black.
Mm-hmm.
and unfuzzy.
Yeah, but now
That's a winter bee.
once they got these, see, I can start queens now, but a drone has to be mature before they can
Mate, right?
mate. But
And you said it is like 10 days. Is that the queen right there? No, I thought I saw a butt down in the hole. Like 10 days after the drone hatches,
yeah,
I guess, for lack of a better word.
then they can probably go out. I used to wait a long time. But see, all this is laid up. This is honey.
That queen's doing jam up job right
She's doing
there.
her job. See, all this is, let's see what's in there. Everything's laid up. Everything in here is laid up. Usually they'll start in the middle and go in a circle. But for some reason, this one's got it here and got it there.
Well, they probably started here
Yeah.
and then worked out, and these hatched out, and they're following behind it, right?
Yep.
And they're not real loud. They're pretty quiet even.
Yeah, they're very calm. I ain't a lot of some people now. I get out here sometimes, depending on the weather and the barometric pressure, and I turn around and I go back to my little workshop. But they let you know when it's not a good time. They don't like to be bothered in the winter, this time of the year after 5 o'clock. They come home from work.
Want to eat their dinner, go to bed.
Want to eat, and they ain't got time to play with you.
And this thing is,
Just
and this
like-
is the upper brood chamber. That thing is slammed.
Just like a person that goes to work and comes home, you don't want nobody messing with his house, especially not tearing it apart.
Now, when, in your opinion, would you want to split a hive like this?
This one,
I mean, because this thing is obviously about to just explode, and it looks full, in my opinion. But I'm new guy, right? So
I won't do it until the middle of February.
a couple more weeks, probably.
Yeah, I hope that they make a queen first. Once they start making queen, then I'll break them down because there'll be a lot of bees in there.
Then you can just take a frame and
Move the
queen
frame
cup
up,
and
yeah.
some bees.
That's filled up.
That you ain't kidding. And what ain't filled up is backfilled with some syrup right there.
Yeah.
And
These are eggs over here.
oh, are they?
Eggs and larvae.
There's some pollen on the girls. Some honey at top still. Man, I hope you guys can see all this.
If you can't, come on down to the house. We'll show you.
Yeah, come on out. We'll look at some bees. How much you think that one weighs?
This one, about 11, maybe 12 pounds.
11, 12 pounds. Look, you're getting a lesson today. Look, we're getting schooled.
And it's free.
Free school on YouTube. We're going to work on getting Mr. Sam some more videos up on his YouTube channel. So go over there and subscribe. So when we get them up there, y'all be first in line. At South Carolina Happy Bees.
Drones over there in the corner.
Yep, some more drones. Not excessive drones, just drones.
Usually they say when the drones start coming up in the corners, you got about 3 weeks.
So right here, why is this comb, this brood comb, so dark? Usually I thought it was lighter than that.
It's the darker it is, the older it is. So it's fixing to hatch. See, we got drones here too.
Yep.
So this hive has got about 3 weeks, and they'll probably be splitting.
Whether you split them or they're going to split on their own.
Either way.
Either way, it's going to be a split.
If the weather keeps going like it is now.
I think it's supposed to be in the 70s the rest of this week, but
See,
it's,
all this is eggs.
so they're going to work on capping those next.
Yeah, so when this one hatches, a bee covers 3 cells. So you figure all these is going to open up is going to be 3 times, they're going to take 3 times as much room. So
I'm stepping on it. excluder or hive entrance reducer. Took me about 10 minutes to get that word out. Hot. Oh, look at that. You can see them. At least I can see them.
Is that better now?
Yeah, I can see them down in there. Little larvies. I wonder what that bottom is like.
You see like that little bubble there at the bottom of that in the corner?
This one?
Yeah. See, if I have to put that somewhere else, it's possible that that would hit the queen. And it would squish the queen.
But it'll go right back together like it was.
Go back to where it was.
Hypothetically.
I may have.
Ooh, look at all that nectar. You can see it glistening down in there.
Another little beetle.
Little hive beetle in there. Yep, there he is. Pinch test him. Maybe he drowned it in that nectar.
He's stuck down there anyway. But here's some more over here.
Oh. Is that a...
That's drones.
More drones down there? Look at that one right there. Oh, it just flew off.
Some people says, I don't like drones in my hives. Well, you don't raise honeybees.
Because you got to have drones.
I raise honeybees.
You got to have some drones.
Got to have drones. Now, when I first started, we watched some silly videos about drones and how worthless they were and everything else.
They got a job too.
They got a job. We didn't know that. And at certain times of the year, the worker bees would get together.
Look at that.
The worker bees would get together and kick all the drones out. Ooh, I messed up. This is why I have marks on my beehive. I mean my.
Yep, smush the honeycomb. Some bees into the honey. I mean, this hive is literally about to really explode.
This is pollen. Most pollen.
Pollen and nectar.
Drones over here. It's a good queen. That's why it was not for sale.
That's the one you use to make your other queens with.
What I make. She just is black. She ain't your normal. People ask me what kind of bees I got. When I first started, I had Italians,
Russians.
and Russians, and they weren't as gentle as these little girls here. A lot of heat coming out of there right now.
Make sure I'm getting in here.
But you couldn't do that with the first ones I bought. I wore full suit.
In case you're wondering, I'm not wearing a suit today either. Just a veil.
Just that veil.
Keep them from popping you in the eye.
I've had 2 cataract surgeries this time last year. I fell and busted my eye the other day. Wear a veil. You only have one eye. I mean, 2 eyes. Some of us had one. But I started wearing a veil every time because I was reading or listening or whatever this story about this beekeeper. He never wore a veil, and he went to check this guy's bees out, and he lifted the top up, and as soon as he lifted the top up, one of them popped him in the eye, blinded him.
You learned the lesson the hard way.
Yeah. I don't think we need to go to the bottom of that.
That thing is, whew.
Let's don't have a smoker, fella. Down. Yes, that gets them a little riled up because of the carbon monoxide. This we're going to sit down real gentle,
So many bees in there.
and they will get out of the way. Hopefully.
Yeah, they love that lemongrass in my hands. So I guess we'll keep going live until my battery dies, y'all. I got bees on my phone. Robert, oh, trying to carry out one.
That's a robber. Or...
No, that
Yeah.
looks like a devil.
He's trying to carry him out.
Trying to carry one out the hive, drag him on out. He's just in the lid, so he'll get helped out.
Yeah.
Shield, get helped out.
Well, get out then. Yeah.
I'm at my mentors today, guys. South Carolina Happy Bees. About, I don't know what, 3 miles away from my house, probably, ish.
Somewhere right around there, yeah.
So it's nice to have a local mentor. When it's nice out, I say, hey, you out in the yard today? Yep, come on over.
Well, some of the people out there that raise bees, they don't want to tell nobody nothing because it's a secret.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've run into. I mean, there's plenty of stuff on the internet, but I see a lot of people that are like, oh, well, we're all about propagation of bees and
Helping people.
with the bees. All you need to do is pay me this much money,
Yeah.
and we'll make sure you're doing right.
And we keep it simple. If you want some good information from me, we take two things. We take a good donation, or else you can buy bees from me.
That's right.
Bob right here, he ain't got no problem. That was proper English, wasn't it? I'm from the South.
Well, you know, we do what we do down here in the country.
But we do help other people. They call me. I've had 4 or 5 calls a day about different things.
See, I came over and gave Mr. Sam some of my Christmas moonshine.
Yeah. Yes. Makes you happy.
Oh no! My battery must have died. This is shutting down.